tell me, don't tell me why. I know, no, no, you won't save my life. Save my life. If you keep on you're making the waves. You and I will never be saved. Be saved. If the walls come down, will you pick me off the ground? If the walls come down, will you save me or burn me down?
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car, hit the button, drive real far, but that record only die. Oh, I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new day. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, and could have this fight. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. You can't wait to see me now, 'cause lately you've been feeling down. You lay awake alone at night. Oh, like your life inside a car. Forget the world and drive real far. Put that record on again. Oh, my love, it's you and I. Close, close, and could have this fight. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high.
Good evening, guys. Welcome back. This is RollingSwarm. Just double checking the green screen is set up. Forgot to do that before we were getting ready. Microphone looks good. In the red a little bit on my screen, so let me know how the audio is. Again, tweaking those settings, trying to improve it. Maybe, probably more likely, making it worse, but we're back. We've got about 24 minutes before we catch up with EG. Day 2 of the Twister Ascent Tournaments on the EU server. EG had a pretty rough ride yesterday, day 1, but they did come top of their group. There were 4 groups yesterday. That means EG Endgame currently sitting top of the table alongside Kana, R2K, and Raid. So those boys will be very, very happy indeed. Very happy with that. So let's just check now. I believe this evening we've got 5 groups. So let's have a look. Yeah, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5. Our boys in EG are Group 5. And we can see here, yeah, we've still got a bit of time to go before they play. So, quite an interesting group for EG coming up. Obviously, they're playing UN1 Team AJ in the quarterfinals, I think. No, they're not. That's good. Because UN1 are quite a good team. I think EG potentially have a slightly easier group. No, actually, they've got the... It looks like this is the Immortals second team. Oops. Immortals, BHVP, Souls, Kraken, Esports. That's probably their toughest opponent, but I think actually one of the guys from Kraken said that they would be lined up against EG in their second round, effectively EG's first round, which kind of sucks for both teams because I think they're both very good, but actually Kraken Esports, their win rate not necessarily reflecting the quality of the team. So we could be in for an upset this evening if Kraken Esports are able to get one over on EG. That would cut the stream rather short because we of course are following EG's journey. Only Wargaming could only set it up like that for this evening. So yeah, if EG go out, we're out of games, and it is single elimination best of 3. So it could potentially be very, very brief indeed. But that's the lay of the land. We've got 5 groups this evening, which means that there will be 20 teams with tickets going through, or 20 teams getting tickets to use in the Thursday or Saturday tournament. Of course, we know that there are 16 teams with tickets from yesterday, so it's looking pretty healthy on the EU server. Certainly, what we saw yesterday was a significant quality of just the caliber of teams this year. Is blowing my mind. It makes me so happy. But anyways, enough of that. Let's hop over in the battle corner. Let's find you the replays that you deserve. We've got some time, and we've got some great people that deserve to have their in-game achievements recognized. Replays 6_2. Let's see. Where's me pre-pick replays? There they are. Oh, an STB1. Panpigular from Souls. Souls are in this group. The STB1 has been on the recent receiving end of a buff. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a little bit of a... Is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. Excellent. How do I do this? Is it going to work? Yeah, it's working. That's great. Okay. Who's teeing up? Not recognizing any other players. Maybe SW Patrick. That's... Maybe I know him. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's looking like quite a tough lineup. Enemies looking, well, they've got 2 veteran players here, and they've got quite 2 very strong TDs for the map, the Pattern, the Fearless. It's looking pretty good. Now this is exactly where the STB wants to play, and to be fair, the Greens with the STB1 and the E50M playing here, they've got a good counter to the mediums on the enemy team, and we can see the Greens splitting the forces as a heavy medium going towards C, TDs and a heavy playing out towards A as well, potentially. Ooh, nice use of the heat ammunition there, head on a swivel. He knows the heavy is pushing up from under the other side, rotating perfectly to get away. Didn't quite see what that tank was. E100. Again, heat going in. Enemy IS-8 picks off the enemy picks off. Oh, pulls the shot out from the E100. Okay, let's see. Mike is messed up. Excellent stuff. Let's see. We're fixing that. We're fixing these sound issues. So yeah, 5-minute delay. Always fun to work with that. Advanced audio properties. Look at us testing this out. And I think, yeah. Let's see how that one works out. Well, while I've been faffing around with the volume settings on my poor little microphone, our man here, let's just double check the name, our man Panpigula, has really been racking up the damage. We're 3 minutes in, and he's taking a bit of fire as well, but he is dishing it out, up to 3k damage inflicted. That's a good average. That is a good average, indeed. And he's on the roll, on the rotation. Picking up the WZ121, head on a swivel. You see the good players, the best players, watching the replays. The camera is just tracking left, right, and center. He's closing in on that one shot, trying to keep himself safe. It's a 2-on-4 situation. Potentially, he could be on a 1-on-4 situation if the green isn't able to clear that heavy tank up by the A cap. Reds also have the cap lead at the moment as well. And yeah, it's a 1-on-4. Oh, what an amazing snapshot. Dodges a shot from the 183. The IS-8 is there. Should be easy pickings. There's the grill. Does he have a HE shell? No, he's... Oh, and he doesn't even land the APCR. And there we go. Picks off the IS-8. That's a really good job. He's still spotted. He's up against those 2 TDs we were speaking about earlier. He's trying to get round. He's trying to get the sneak on. He knows that the 183 is pretty healthy. We'll be coming here. The 183 and him are proxy spotting each other. Ooh, gets the track. That's key. Here comes the grill. He's dropped adrenaline. He's actually got the consumable extender on. Potentially, it's one more shot. Oh my god. No! He fluffs it. He's behind on cap points. He needs to make a kill here. The grill chasing him around the corner, not able to really connect. He does have the edge with the turret when it comes to fighting around these corners. But the grill can just push in. He is a one-shot, but that's a nice HE roll. And that grill's going to really struggle to bring the gun down to bear. And it's a low roll for 520. It looked like he used heat. Why would you do that? There we go. Now he's got the points. He just has to hold and wait for the 183 to push. He doesn't need to do anything too dramatic. The 183 does though. Oh, critical error. And there we go, Pampigula pulling it back to the ring. 5 kills, a wonder it's a score for Lobanovsky. And a little bit of a microphone test rolling. Some good times. Some good times indeed. So, look at that. Exceptional performance. So the grill had a really good game as well. 41% putting in 5.7k. That is an exceptionally good game for him, no doubt. Medu Ahmed, but it wasn't enough. And Pampigula, broad shoulders, carrying his team. I'm on coffee this evening. We've dropped the Ribena for a more serious, mature beverage. So let's see. Now we're just waiting for the room invites, are we? Or how much longer have we got to go? We've got time for another replay, which will give us time to sort out our audio issues. What else have we got here? A mouse game, a leopard 1 game. We've seen the Foch. Ooh. Well, we do have a replay actually by Kasu, but I might save that for later. Aha, we've got a replay from Sea Dragons in a 50B. I haven't seen a 50B played for a while, and it's kind of out of the meta at the moment. So let's jump in. Oh, thank you, Kasu, for confirming. Thank you for confirming that. Well, we're here with our man, Sea Dragon from the Swarm clan. And he is in the 50B. Nice little camouflage on here as well. It's a tier 10 9 game, 2 tier 10s, 5 tier 9s. Sea Dragon happy to be top tier. Green team's got some nice tanks: Centurion, Conqueror, M103, T54, VT, Grill. They're the much lighter force, of course. The enemy is rocking ISA, T75, and a Jaeger, and they do have the T62 Alpha. The enemy lineup is a lot more durable and aggressive. The mediums, the heavies, certainly all leaning towards more of a face punch engagement. But Sea Dragon is a top-notch player, and he's here in the 50B, and he's just getting off a nice level amount of damage. And the 62 is really taking his sweet time. He's pushed in too deep, and the 62 Alpha has bitten off far more than he can reasonably expect to chew in one sitting. And it looks like the bid 1PL in the Conqueror picking up the kill. One of the 2 tier 10s down. For the Reds, that's a bad start. Katsu's saying Spotify could be a bit louder. Let's make it a bit louder. Oh, that's a lucky bounce. The 50B troll turret just working its magic. And the 46 pattern down, same as the green 54. But Sea Dragon, he's playing this very well. He's done 2 clips worth of damage. He's not overextending. He's not engaging the tanks down there too aggressively. I say as he's looking for a shot, and he picks it up on that 54, just getting the gun down over the ridge. Really nice play. Oh. And a max roll for 500 in the E75. E75 does get one in. Takes a second in return. It's 5-on-4. The greens aren't out of the woods yet. Sea Dragon going for the drum reload. He's at 3.3k damage. Pushing away from that Jaegeru. Knows that the Jaegeru can make very quick work of him indeed. Letting the Conqueror get round on the E75. I think, will he let the Conqueror take the hit? No, he'll try and take the hit. Bounces again. That E75 not having a terribly good time at all, if we're being honest. And now it is a 3-on-3 still. Ooh, will he get the IS-8? Will he get a good roll? No, he won't. The Conqueror's there, and the Centurion, the British and the French. And now this Jaegeru is in trouble. He's surrounded. He can do lots of nasty things to these tanks one-on-one, but in the 3-in-1 situation, with a 50B on his flank, he is not much longer for the world on Sea Dragon. Up to 5.1 now. Will he go for the drum reload? He does. I'm Cancer. Red Jaegeru lamenting his teammates' performance.
Nice one, bruv.
Oh! Medzi 69. Just wanted to hear myself on the super chat. That's some good times. That is some good times. Yeah, super chat. Subscribing to the channel. There are some things that we'll get some little banners popping up. I've been fiddling around in OBS Streamlabs this afternoon between work and this stream, and oh my god, this poor 120, is he HE? Does he have it? Oh, he does! It's not a perfect pen, but he gets the fire. Oh, he's going for all of the damage. Absolutely mops up the entire tank in one clip. Beautiful stuff. Medzi 69's fan club is tuned in as well, which is very nice. Of course, and the more the merrier, even if they're Medzi's fans. And yeah, Tingo's is absolutely right. You can join our Discord server. The link to my Discord server is in the video description below, and there are specific channels for uploading replays. If you want replay priority, you can of course join the Good Game Club, the GG Hero level on Patreon. Link to the Patreon is in the channel description as well. While we're here plugging things, of course, do subscribe to the YouTube channel itself. That is the most important. And like the video. So Wargaming, think I'm doing a good job. I don't know. We'll see. Medzi's asking, where is the donation widget? The donation widget, Medzi, is on the channel main page. It's to the right of the Patreon page. But Simon Kugas here, Raphael, lots of great people. And let's just have a look at this. Sea Dragon absolutely crushing it. Do we have that tournament invite yet? No. Not yet, but soon. So we won't be jumping into any more replays. We will take the friend request. We accept all of the friend requests. So and let's see. Yes. Sorry, Franj, and sorry to anyone else that's looking at the T22 with envy. I got very lucky. I am actually ashamed of myself. I swore blind that I would never do crates, and I did. And it's a slippery slope because, you know, when you get rewarded with a tank like this, you're done for. You know, you're absolutely done for. Actually, we got the filter on at the moment. I don't need the filter on because vehicles that we're in test are no longer. So, oh, 121B. Another super shiny tank right there. Right. Now let's see. Let's have a look at those tournament groups. What's hip hop happening? We won't worry about the other groups just yet. Knocked out people that I did not really know about. So actually, This is not surprising. There's the tournament room. UN1, Kraken Esports, Souls, EJ, BHP, Immor, Oops, all known. PA, not known to me, but pretty respectable figures there. And they've done well to get into the top 8. Of course, whoever wins this round will be getting tickets. It's the top 4 from the groups to get tickets through to the next section. Now let's see. Let's go and have a look at that group. Find out what maps we're on. Desert Sands again. Whew. Wargaming. Trying to stick it to rolling. Couldn't be an easy map to cast, could it? It's good though. It's good practice. And we're here, Kraken Esports versus EG. Like I said, Kraken Esports, although on paper they don't look like they're in the same level as EG, they actually are a very, very good team. And they're maybe one of the best, or certainly a very good example of how the strongest versus weakest matchmaker. It's actually been, Wargaming have improved a lot. Read the regulations, the number of battles, there are more factors taken into consideration. So it is actually a much more intelligent system. It's not just pure win rate. They're kind of shoving all the rerolls in to up your chances of fighting weaker teams is not really viable anymore. It's a factorial, it's an equation of multiple factors. But Kraken Esports, the average win rate is, compared to their ability, quite low, and I think that's actually seeded them a little bit unfavorably overall. Oh, Katsu face. Well, we're ready. Let's just hop over on to Strat Sketch. And here we are. Well, we saw yesterday EG versus Turks. They had a very rough time of it. They started off with an aggressive 7 med meta, and it didn't work so well. Certainly the IS-4 is still a very good tank for this, and we can expect Leopard 1s, 268s to operate effectively from the sniper positions. I'm not going to rehash too much of what I said yesterday, but basically the fight's happening here. If it's not happening here, something's gone very wrong for one of the teams, or someone has broken the meta and discovered. Okay, EG readying up. Kraken Esports, well, we've got Quinoa, Captain Kraken, Epper Kraken. We're gonna ditch the Kraken. Raphael, Shogun, Useless, and Ish. I like that. Underscore Ish. That's happily easy names. Quinoa is maybe the hardest one to pronounce. So, Nico, or Nicolade, we call him Nico, EXVL, Romka, Chocolade, Ventnom, Orca, Penguini. That is a happy name, Penguini. Sounds like a cross between a small flightless bird and a cocktail. Now let's see. We've got 35 seconds to go. We are ready. Let's hop back into the battle corner. We've seen the map now. You've got a vague idea of what we're up against, what they're up against, and what we're going to witness. Remember, we are rooting, of course. We're very much rooting for EG here, because if EG go out, that's our stream done and dusted. So on the basis that I would like to see as many games as humanly possible, I am Team EG, at least for this one. Now, I watched a little bit of my stream back from yesterday. I'm going to be working on my commentary, and particularly on my camera work. Probably one of my own harshest critics but certainly there's room for improvement. Hopefully I'm less rusty than yesterday, and hopefully EG are also less rusty, but here they are, the double E50M, double FP215B, STV1, T22 mediums. Whew. They are looking aggressive for the A flank. Kraken with 3 IS4s, an IS7, Foch 155, T22 medium, and it looks like a 268. It's hidden by my APCR button. It is a 268. Let's get our free cam elevated. And here we go. This is meta breaking. The Foch 155, double IS4s burning their way towards C. Kraken blue team, South Spawn going for the city. This is extremely controversial. But there we go. That's the C cap going pretty early. 3 in, max speed for C. At the same time, it looks like EG have got 3 into A. And it's neck and neck. It looks like the Blues. It looks like Kraken got the cap first, but I think it's too close to call. And now Ventnom pushing out, looking for Quinoa. Ventnom bounces the T22, and Captain and Quinoa here on the flank need support. Shogun is rotating round. It looks like, yes, it is EG spreading out aggressively. We've got the FP215Bs and an E50M, Nico, Romker, and EXVL here. They're teeing up against 3-ish, somewhere in the middle, and at the same time, 4 on 3 here. There's a slight mismatch on either flank. Who will be smart enough to push first, or potentially patient enough to push second? Oh, Shoko's taken a big hit, but Captain Kraken, he's in all sorts of trouble. First gun advantage to EG. Shogun's in trouble, needs to get onto the other side of the rails. Penguini getting shots in. The blue boys at the other end of the tracks. Epa, Useless, and Raphael getting cross shots. Quinoa low, Quinoa down to Romka. Romka playing that run pretty well. Surprised the FP215B gets the gun depression there. Now Ventnom squaring up against Ish. EG are 2 guns up. They've got a 2k hit point advantage. They're looking really strong here. Shogun still hanging in there. I'm not really sure how he's managing that. He's in an IS4, maybe that explains it. Penguini picks up another bounce. Can he get a ram kill in? It looks like Shogun's going to get him. He does. Oh wow. Penguini and Ish down. Shogun down. It's a 6 on 3. EG looking very comfortable here. They timed the push very, very well indeed. Of course, Chocolate in the T22 caught an absolute, well, one hell of a beating as he crossed over EXVL, the first FE215B to go down. Finally finished off on the flank here. Useless, Raphael, and Epa really taking their sweet time. Romka's got the flank. He's dropped the speed boost. That's past Nico, Orca, Chocolate coming in for support. They're really struggling to pen there. Penguini saying, cursing RNGs is not able to really get the penetration in on the IS4 front plate. Romka looking for Raphael, picks him up. Orca now eyes on Epa. Useless in trouble. Potentially Ventnom looking for the kill shot. Doesn't get it. Useless is still on the drum reload. Romka looking for Epa. And now Ventnom. Well, Ventnom picked up. Oh, he picked up the Foch 155. He picked up Useless, and Epa went down in the brawl. And EG looking much, much stronger on day 2. This time yesterday, I was on the edge of my seat and really questioning whether EG were top team material. But this time they've shown a very dominant performance, going 7-2 against Kraken Esports, winning by kills. And that is, well, that's absolutely fantastic. Now we're going back into Desert Sands. We're going to be swapping spawns. There's a 2-minute break between those games. Wondering now how the teams are going to adjust based on that. We saw Kraken Esports, they made the bold, controversial, counterintuitive call to play the BC side, to play inside the city. Let's just remind you of the minimap there. They played here, and they got C very quickly. The speed boost on the Foch meant that they could really get C at the same time as EG were getting A. And that was, well, surprising. But it ultimately didn't work. EG had the better kind of distribution of forces. They defended really well up here, took their sweet time dying, and got a really nice overmatch on the go down on this flank. They took a lot of crossfire, but they pulled the gun advantage and hit point advantage through very nicely indeed. So, 10 seconds. EG, 3 FE215Bs, 2 T22s, a Batchat and a Foch lined up against, well, it looks like there's another T22, some more FB215Bs, there's 2 more FB215Bs, 5 in total on the field. We've got Bulgur and Obsidian, Fury in the IS-4s, Captain in the 268, Quinoa and Ish in the T22. T22 FE215B, those tanks getting a hell of a lot of love in the Twister Ascent Tournament 2019 qualifiers. The second of 8 qualifying tournaments, I hasten to add. Really, we've got a lengthy Twister season ahead of us. Interesting. Free cam is throwing me off here, and look at that, speed boosts for Kraken Esport. And Shogun's taking some fire, so is Chocolate, so is Ventnom. T22's wide out for Kraken. It looks like Kraken are bringing the IS-4s up under the bridge. Nico's there with 2 in the chamber, gets 1 into Bulgur. Chocolate getting pushed. Obsidian going into Chocolate. Bulgur will be getting in as well. Shock needs support. We're seeing the Batchat rotating. Chocolate in trouble. Shogun pushing in. Kraken Esports being aggressive. Shock down early on. The T22 melting under the focus fire of the IS-4s. Orca getting more bounces in, and who put that shot? Oh, it was Nico. He's come up behind. Now he has to deal with Kraken, with Captain Kraken in the 268. Hit points in the favor of EG. They are a gun down. They've leveled it up, taking down Shogun. Ooh, Bulgur's gone down. Orca's down. It is just an absolute pile up right here. EXVL takes a huge amount of damage. He's next on the hit list. Good focus fire. Ish and Quinoa double tapping. Romka now the core. You can see Kraken Esports guns coming to bear on Romka. But RG finishes off Ish. It's a 4-on-4. There's a hit point advantage in the favor of EG. He's taking the fire, but he is going down slowly. Ventnom looking for shield. He is on the drum reload. Quinoa goes down to Romka. RG into the back of Effa. Romka trying to engage Obsidian. Obsidian gets a shot in first. Ventnom lands 1. Can he land the 3rd? No, he can't. Nico takes down Captain Kraken in the 268. That was a 1-on-1 that we weren't able to capture off on the backside of the map behind us. And it is now a 3-on-2. Ventnom not quite able to get round. Orca lamenting the T22. Nico, good health, 2 shots in the chamber. Looking for the side of Obsidian, gets it. Obsidian was able to finish off. And the other tank though for EG and Nico. He's got 1, lands it. Obsidian down to 116, and RG picks off the kill. Look at the number of tanks, just smouldering wrecks there in the middle of the field. And Nico, what a phenomenal play. He 4.4k damage on the board, really aggressive. Now if we actually just bring up the strat sketch, oh god, oh no, oh dear, if we correct the strat sketch, Kraken Esports playing from the north, they went to the desert this time. They pushed 2 IS-4s aggressively under the bridge, flushed out Chocolate in the T22 very quickly. They had support. It was a 215B coming over the top as well. 3 guns onto the front of the T22. He went down very quickly indeed. There was Captain Kraken in the 268 in the backfield in support. Nico got some shots in early on the IS-4s crossing under here, and then he was able to push through. Again, I think he got another shot off, and then he peeled off to 1v1 the 268. He came out of that on top quite comfortably, actually, I hasten to add. Eros did go down a gun here, but they outplayed their opponents very effectively, even with the Batchat in the brawl. 5 tanks including the Batchat up against quite a heavy lineup by Kraken Esports. I wasn't expecting EG to pull that one off. They kept their heads cool under pressure. I think actually Walker, the other T22, although we didn't get a lot of damage in, actually let's see if we can't bring him up here. Not that many. 9 hits sustained. He took a while to go down, and I think that's really important to note. And actually, when you think about it, 9 hits, he bounced. He took quite a few on the track, so he got some pretty low rolls, forced the opponent to use APCR for heat rounds. He did a good job, and by dying slowly, he gave the rest of EG a chance to kind of catch up and come back round from that. Now, Spotify's a bit loud. It's a bit too loud for me now. There we go. There we go. BTHF is here, so is the Happy Kiwi. And Sarah 420. BMG. Good times. Staying hydrated. Or trying to, at least. Now, let's see what else is happening in our group. And then we'll dive into some replays. So EG, Brick Kraken Esports out 2-0, pretty comfortably under the sands. UN1 playing BHBP, BHBP 65, UN1 64, pretty closely matched. I lean towards UN1 to take that, if I'm being honest, based on the names that I'm seeing. Mr. Benya, Kami. I think UN1 might win versus BHBP. I wouldn't put money on it. But if you had to push me for a winner, I go there. Who is Souls playing? Souls 62. Actually a top 8, a pros tournament clan from spring season 2019. Doesn't look like all of the roster here are from that team though. And they're up against Imor now. I would expect Imor. It's Imor's second team. They are very good though. I might expect Souls to win that one, even though they're the weak team on paper. I think they might be a bit more of a well-oiled machine. It depends if this is Souls' first or second team though. Quick scan. I think their teams are pretty much equal. That's tough to call. I lean towards Souls. I'm not really sure why. And that means, of course, if Oops are playing PA, and we're really expecting Oops to walk away with that one. Oh no, they lost to BHBP. Who did these guys? Who are these guys playing then? I'm so confused. No, I'm not. I'm unconfused. UN1 had a bye as well. Okay. Well, let's wait for the semi-finals to come round. Actually, no. When's the next match? 8:04. What's the time now? 7:45. We've got 20 minutes. We've got time for replays. We've got a lot of time for replays. What replays do we have? We've got a 140 replay from K0 from Navin Clan. That looks fun. I haven't seen a good 140 game in a while. So let's hop on over into that game. Oh, what is this camo? Why does everyone have it except me? I'm livid. I'm livid. I want that camo. I think Wargaming should give me that camo on all of my tanks. That's what I think. Well, it's Navin K0 in the 140. It's a tier 10, tier 9 game. 5 tier 10s, 2 tier 9s. Sucks to be them. Of course, on the green team, I recognize Fandro, pretty solid clan. He's in the tier 9 Foch. Tier 9s for greens are pretty good for Foch in the D54. E75, E50 for the reds in their tier 9 slots. Not bad. Oh, 2 snapshots. Well, a very nice snapshot from the IS-7. Grill overextending. And our man not quite able to capitalize on that. The grill will give him a second chance. He did have HE loaded, 453 damage inflicted. The 140, he's in a really nice position here. On encounter battles, that's a good shot. On encounter battles, this spot, you can basically, if you're in the right tank, you can operate hull down. You can put in quite a, that's more like the bounce that we're expecting. In this spot, you've got so many options for control. You can kind of engage off to the outside flank on the mediums, and you can see what he's doing here, really putting the hurt in into the city on tanks that are foolish enough to do what this 1-2-1 is doing. Grill 15 calling for assistance in the city. 140, he's in a strong position. He can operate effectively, aggressively, and he doesn't have to worry too much about incoming firing. It's a very low profile tank. He's only really giving them the turret. The IS-7's got round him though, that's not ideal. Really look to help his mate. T54 versus the E50. Well, now that he knows the IS-7's clear, maybe he's thinking he can have him. And he gets a nice little bounce on the, well, nice little penetration there on the front plate. Pulls out a bit aggressively in front of the E50. The E50 catches fire. Down to a 2-shot now reliably for the E50. Not quite able to bounce that one. Will he spend the repair kit? He won't. Takes some more ram damage. Not in the position he'd like to be in. Does pick up a pretty critical bounce though. Damaged fuel, damaged tracks. I'd be smashing the repair button over that situation. And it's a 4-on-5 red team mopping up in the city. 3-on-5. Grill takes one and enables, well, the other grill. The green grill would have picked it up. Will he get the IS-7? Yes, he does. That's important. And now it is a 2-on-3. Bap 9179. I think he's being sarcastic. I'm not sure. K0 not quite able to get the snapshot off. The 50B is on the drum reload. I'm really interested to see how he manages this one. Oh, bounces the IS-4. All kinds of stress right here for K0. All kinds of stress right now. This is not a happy situation. This is not a situation you want to be in. A 1-on-3. A 1-on-3 with 871 hit points, damaged mobility functions, fuel and tracks. Slows you down, not an inconsiderable amount. He might be okay if he sticks here. And now is he going to play this one? Looking for heat. Gets it for 292, up to 4.1k damage inflicted. Playing very well. The E75 firing HE. 1-2-1's pushing. He needs to pick up, and he does. How did that go in? I don't know. I don't mind. That's a good shot. Hits the 1-2-1. Look at this. Brilliant jinking. Great work. Will he pull the shot out? He's not letting the 1-2-1 get a shot in. Oh, that is a brawl right there. Very well played. The 140, it's not got the mobility and the Killer 2441 E50 from the red team. Being an excellent sport. Hats off to you, my friend. The 140 doesn't have the traverse numbers of the T62 Alpha or the T22, the other Russian mediums. But boy, sometimes it can just work. And like all of the Russian mediums, apart from the T22. So basically, like the T54, like all of those kind of lines, even the T8s and the T62 Alpha, the other tier 10 one, its front plate is really good, and if you know how to work it, it's only got heat. Huh? Oh god. Yeah, he's run out of AP, and that's a bit tricky because the IS-4 is basically made of spaced armor held together with Russian bias. So he's going to have a lot of fun here He needs to get either on the front, reverse side scraping off the corpse of the 50B, the last teammate that he had with him on the field. He's got 2 minutes to go. Why hasn't he? I would be repairing. I'd just repair the fuel as soon as that. Ooh, that's a good shot. Look at this. He'll get no. Too eager. No. Yes. Oh, now he repairs. 6k damage. Very nicely played there at the end. A bit lucky the IS-4 wasn't hyper aggressive when he still had teammates on the field for the red team. But 1652 base XP. Pretty damn good game. And this is, well, Vibranium, now K0 from Navin. Or is it Vibranium now? Was K0 up there in the Diamond League? Just about 67.20% win rate, over 2k average damage, 32,000 battles. Strong stat line there indeed. Picked up the Kolobanovsky and the Pools medal. No, the high caliber medal. Which one's the Radley Walters? Is the 5. Pools is the 6. Didn't quite get the 6. Bap. Mopped up some kills there. The grill that decided the city was a good idea. We'll never understand. Oh wow, and everyone's confirming that the camo that I want that I don't have is actually from Steam. How do I get that? Can I get it? Can I still get it? Is there still time? I want it. I got Steam. I could do it. I could get that. Let's go and have a look now at the tournaments. I don't even know why I'm using the straw. Actually, no, I do know. It gets around the microphone. So, current. Let's just assess the state of play. So the teams that have made it through the semi-finals are the teams that are being awarded tickets to go on to either be used in the Thursday or Saturday tournament. Ideally, teams want 2 sets of tickets, one from Monday, one from Tuesday, so they can rock up to both tournaments and harvest those cups. Loka, 1NV, Navin, and LVL, or IVI. Pretty impressive. Bit of a new name there. Kraken Esports, their other team didn't make it. Czech Predators, Hapkey, Souls denied in the quarterfinals. No big names, not the group 1, no top 4. I mean, my top 4, Connor, EG, R2K, Raid. This group pretty wide open, but 1NV and Navin, and our boy from Navin isn't actually in this team, it looks like. It's a shame. And Loka, actually Loka, I say there's no big names. Loka are a very storied clan, Karalik from the Aeros big game team, among others. Eurocuse played with First Alliance. This is a very good team. And I would be very surprised if they didn't make top 8. If they didn't go to the pros this year, because it's a strong roster and they are doing well. So 1NV, Navin, Loka, LVL, IVI, Repelled team from Group 1, Group 2, R2K, First Alliance, ESA, Win, who is next. Big shout out to those guys. From North, the all-Finnish CW team, longtime friends of the channel, wishing them all the best. They've got a tough group. Do they have R2K next? Whew. Potentially there could be an upset there, although the cups from Monday, Tuesday's tournaments are not as much as the cups that you get from the ticketed Thursday, Saturday tournaments. Still, if Win are able to knock R2K, that's potentially could alter the scoreboard, the leaderboards, quite a bit. So, First Alliance, Vitalik, Insight, Warwick. I mean, First Alliance is still alive and kicking. It's lost a lot of its clout from previous seasons, but they've always been there, they've always been good, and they're still performing well. Group 2, the semi-finals looking tough. First Alliance versus CSA, R2K versus Win. WinterWar and Phoenix out in the quarterfinals. Just your second team out in the playoffs. First round, pretty tough. Group 3, FBI Lit. This is LXN. Janice and Raid. Nice to see a nice little German group. Well, FBI are French, but and so Janice, France. 2 French teams, 2 German teams. Who do they have? Oh, France. There we go. It's like a little France versus Germany in Group 3. Raid, current defending world champions, arguably the team to beat. They didn't come top in the pros, but not for a lack of trying and not for a lack of looking extremely dominant in the group stages. FBI Rising Stars doing a lot of their own tournaments and clan events and training and things in the downtime between official tournaments by Wargaming. So that's a pretty tough Group 3. Immortals top team. Oh no, again. Oh, these guys are going to be absolutely devastated. Immortals, this is the second day that they haven't made the top 4. This has put them on a really rough footing in terms of qualifying now. It's still possible, but obviously it's a tremendous uphill struggle at this point, not getting any tickets in week 1. And that's a huge blow to morale. Norton Antivirus is asking me if I want to speed up my PC, and obviously not in the middle of a stream. So yeah, really feeling for Emo right now. Such a good team, and they're just getting the rough end of it at the moment. Same as Tercios, their number 1 team, and even PAX. No, this is not the PAX that I know. And even Tercios getting shut down before the top 4. That's a real shame for them. Spot got a top 4 spot. Potentially another spot team. Not sure. So Group 3. Group 4, APA, Karna, Pink. Pink being, I think, Beans is the caller. And he's just regretting all his life choices. Apparently he's having a very tough time rallying that unit. But Karna, the ones to beat here. APA, we saw them in action yes against Easy. Good clan. They could do well if they're not matched up against Karna. Yeah, we'll be expecting them to go to the finals. No idea who these guys are. But they've got matching names, so they must be good. EQ, Navin, the other Navin team, with Vanadium, the guy we saw in the replay in the 140 on Vineyards just now. He's in that team. Another WinterWar team knocked out. So EQ, Navin, and EQ is a mixed Slavic Russian clan. Apparently I had some conflicting information coming in. They're not English speaking, I can tell you that much. Group 5, Souls. This is the Souls team. This is the Souls team. Must be EG, UN1, Souls, BHP. Make no mistake. That is pretty much what we were thinking we'd see. We've got 3 minutes to go. It's Souls versus EG. We are seeing Souls in action. And yeah, we picked up a Souls replay earlier in the stream, which is pretty good. So we're in the tournament room. I can buy lots of things, or I can get some more credit boosters. Not that I don't have enough. Now we're ready. Where are we going? Port Bay. Do we have a Port Bay briefing? Port Bay. Great little map. Let's bring it up on screen. Here we go. This is Port Bay. So, as I'm sure many of you are familiar, the meta on Port Bay, unless you are excruciatingly heavy as a team composition versus a very light mobile enemy, you should be taking your forces towards C. You want to be covering B, maybe from this kind of location here. Maybe... No, I think basically you can do it from here. You want to be covering B, pushing some heavies along here, maybe heavy along here, and getting mediums to control this corner. Once you get C, you've got a nice base of operations. You should maybe have a gun advantage. That's the randoms meta. We've discussed it in previous streams. This is not clear-cut like Desert Sands. The city is very, very viable here. And now, particularly with the FB215Bs, a great gun handling, pretty troll front plate armor, speed boosts, the consumable to reduce damage incoming fire. Could be very effective around B. We might see some mouse, we might see some E3 here. Certainly this is a great map for the E3. The E3's got utility in this kind of A-B built up area, but even fighting from these ridge lines, the E3 has got positions and angles where it can work quite effectively in lots of different places. It's hard to predict where the E3 would be for the opposing. Like, if your opponent's taking an E3, you don't necessarily know where it's going to be on this map. 35 seconds to go. Let's ditch the minimap and have a look at the lineups. And, well, what do you know? Souls with 2 T110 E3s, a T22, a T62 Alpha, and 3 IS4s. Nice to see that the IS4 is not yet dead. EG also bringing IS4s. Looks like they're bringing 2, an FE215B, Venom in the WZ113. That Chinese heavy is actually pretty rapid. Very useful. Venom not ready. Walker in the back chat. RG in the grill 15. He knows how to make that gun sing. And I think we've got a 268 there, if I'm not mistaken. No, we've got an E3. EXVL is switched up to an E3. There's no bat chat. AG, a red team, North spawn for game 1. Souls, a blue team, South spawn. Happy Kiwi is saying that he remembers Souls to be a PC clan. Not sure if that's true. Remember, they did pretty well in the pros, and that was a touch qualifier earlier in spring 2019 this year. Ooh. Here we go. Little audio glitch there as my tank dies. And we're just going to get our camera up into the air. RG in the grill, playing a nice passive spot. Looks like EG are going to play the city. Walker. Now Walker is in a bat chat with the speed boost. Will he be looking to get eyes out? I did not know you could do that. I did not know you could do that. That's a game changer. That little green ramp there. He's up without having to cross the other side. He has been spotted, and the IS4s cometh. Souls committing everything to this flank. Orca does have support from RG. Also, Shock is ready and waiting in his Twister 2018 crate camo. Orca needs to bounce, and he is bouncing. RG doesn't quite connect. RG now, is he spotted? Is he rotating? He's rotating. Everyone's rotating. A and B in the favor of EG. EG quickly bouncing. RG trying to get back. Shock digging in. EXVL. Oh, EXVL in trouble. Down to 510. Getting farmed. Taking lots of heat damage here. He needs assistance. Oh, it's a low roll. And it looks like he's going down to focus fire. He just needs maybe one more shot here just to buy some time for EG. That's the supporting fire, but it's Pan Sultan. It is Pan Sultan in the T22 with the first kill there. EXVL not quite able to engage, but Pan Yahoo going down. Orca with 2 in the chamber coming into the backfield, looking for Pan Mati, looking for the rear armor. Will get a second one in. He does. Can Nico seal the deal? I think he can. He has to make this. He does. It's a gun advantage for EG. EG with a nice little hit point advantage as well. Looks like they're locking up this flank. But here's the trouble zone for EG. RG and Shock in trouble. Orca's going to have someone in the chamber. Orca's looking for only Masio. He's going to have one more. It has to go in. He needs it. He gets it. Pan Sultan in the T22 looking to finish off Shock. RG's got one. He's looking to put a big hit into the IS-4. He bounces. Pan Sultan takes down Shock. It's a 5-on-4 hit points in the favor of Souls. 4-on-4. EG looking pretty ropey now. They're on the back foot. They do have a nice cap point lead. Orca's still healthy in the back chat. He can run. Vednom's down. It's a 4-on-3. Souls putting the screws down on EG. EG will be able to finish off Imperator. EG now with the gun, cap, and, well, the hit point and cap point advantage. Orca in the back chat. He just needs to run Pan Sultan in the T22. He needs to use his mobility. He needs to get in. They need to finish Romka. Pan Sultan gets tracked. Shot goes wide. In comes No.2. Looking for Romka. Nico's doing a good job of shielding his teammate. Romka will take a hit from Pan Sultan. Kazoo gets the hit in. It looks like Orca's putting the pressure on C. That's a great play. Engaging Hades. Nico now struggling to turn around and engage the other IS-4. Pan Sultan gets a shot in. Nico's taking a double hit. Orca. Great play there by the Batchat 25T. And EG clutching at straws, winning on cap points. Obviously that is the other half of the game, but Souls coming out dominant in terms of the actual combat, conflict, guns and hit point side of things. EG, the double AB cap in the city, giving them a nice effective cap point lead. And Orca, very healthy, could probably have given them a run around the map for quite a while with the burst damage of the Batchat. Good game, very good game indeed by both teams. EG, it should have been easier for them. Certainly they'll be a little bit concerned. The T110E3 spot played by EXVL compromised very early on. I think the Batchat rotated away. They didn't get all the spots in. He didn't see how many IS-4s were there, and he ate about 1,200 hit points worth of damage in one volley. And then he was just with concentrated heat and high explosive fire from Souls. 1 minute to go, going back into Supremacy, swapping the spawns. It's going to be EG playing from the south this time. Souls playing from the north. Match point to EG. Souls need this one to go through to the finals of Group 5 Ascent Tournament number 2 for the EU server region. It ain't gonna be easy. EG, big names on campus now. Souls got an uphill battle. There's the mouse we're talking about. We've got a T110 E3 and a mouse. Looks like Souls going to be making a play for AB. EG with the Foch double T22, triple 215B and an IS-4. Looks like they are going to be making a play for C this time round, although could be proved wrong. That lineup, it's got the ability to go either way. The flexibility being offered by the current meta of the FE215B, T22, and the Foch 155, not to be underestimated in the IS-4. Jack of all trades. Put it where you want it to go, it'll get the job done. Someone chatting about avatars. I don't get an avatar, and I'm here. Where's my avatar? Where's my camo? I want special things. Anyway. EG, red team south spawn. Souls, blue team north spawn. It's worth bearing in mind that EG, effectively Aero's big game team, winners of the spring season 2019 professionals tournament. Souls had a pretty rough time of it for a large part of the group stages, didn't make the top 4. This is going to feel like Groundhog Day for them in so many different ways. And there's the mouse barreling his way into the city. Quick cap by only Masio. He has been spotted though by RG, and he's decided that he wants nothing to do with the Foch and the FE215B. And he's pulling out effectively and quickly. And actually gets away safe. Pan Sultan, nice spot here. Possible to dig in behind these. I presume that's piles of coal. Can dig in here. And it takes the opposing team lots of time to get stuck in and remove a tank here, all the while it can operate effectively, putting crossfire into the city. Now Romka peeked, looked like he took a hit from Pepe the Frog. Pepe the Frog Crimson Fury camo in a nice firing position here. He's insulated, he's got cover, and he can lock down this effectively. And Romker is pretty much, he's aware. Well, he's calling for attention to the corner. And the Foch 155, Venom's calling attention to the city. No one's got any caps on him. We're 1 minute and a half in. Nico making a play. Gets, and that looks like, yes, it was Pepe the Frog with a high explosive reset. Does he have a line of fire there? That's impressive if he does. Romker now rotating out. EG actually taking a beating here. And Nico and Romker, the two of the three FE215Bs for EG, bleeding a considerable amount of hit points. But that's the first big hit. That must have come in from Venom. And he put a really nice hit into only Masio for 600. And that's really leveled out the hit point playing field quite a bit. Now, is there a rotation? EG are rotating RG and Venom back around. And they're bringing the T-22s, that Chocolate and Orca, with the support of Romker and Nico. They're bringing them up under here, undetected, all sneaky-like. And they're looking for the IS-4s. They won't get it. And that's some professional shots coming in right there. Pan Mati in the T-110E3 is in a great position. It's a duck shoot down there. The IS-4 strong hull down. Pan Mati takes a hit. Oh, Nico getting burned. Nico and Romka need to pull back. EG have made a really bad call here. And Souls are capitalizing. They're using that mobile backshot to get the cap pressure on the go. EXVL taking fire. EG trading poorly early on. Really not fighting effectively. Here comes the push from Souls. They can smell the blood in the water. They know they've got a nice hit point advantage. They need to push in, clear these low hit point tanks. Venom. Oh, Venom. He was looking for that shot. Didn't get it. Hits a big one into Pan Sultan. Shock. Takes down Christmas. And it's one gun apiece. Hit points neck and neck. Hades barreling in. Romka's down, Nico's in trouble. Orca, the T-22, he's got the speed, he's getting round to the back of Pan Mati. Won't get another shot in, will take one from Imperator, will take another one from only Masio. Does manage to finish off Pan Mati and the T-110E3. Venom takes down Pan Sultan. The brawl is everywhere. Pepe the Frog in the Grill 15. Hideous amounts of penetration, can't go in through the rear armor of the T-22. What was he thinking? And now Chocolate, very healthy T-22, looking for the brawl. It's a 4-on-3. EG shutting down Pepe the Frog with the grill. And Venom, he's going to have another one in the chamber. He's looking for the back of Imperator. He's going to lay in a big hit. No, he's going to get blocked by Shock. That's frustrating. Hades now will pick off Orca, Shock, Venom, and RG versus Imperator. And Hades, the T-22, having a cracking game. Venom gets a big hit in. It looks like he's going to have another one in the chamber. Shock trying to get onto the side of the mouse. The mouse really caught between a mobile unit of the T-22 and the hammer of the Foch 155. Look at the traverse numbers on the T-22 in the river, getting round the side of the mouse. Whew. And apparently, don't know if this is true, but Win beat R2K. And that is, well, we spoke about upsets, and that is one of them. Because on paper, R2K are the favourites going into that matchup. And EG, well, look at this. Anyone who doubts that the T-22, the Foch 155 meta is not real, please refer to the score sheets coming out of these tournaments, because you better believe it, those tanks pull their weight. RG having a tough game. It's the pro avatar. It's a curse. It's cursed. No one should have it. If I can't have it, no one else should have it. Solid performance by Shock, Venom, and Orca. The heavy tanks, the FE215Bs, IS-4s, just not engaging from favourable positions, getting farmed early on. Pepe the Frog in the Grill 15 had a pretty good spot there, as did Pan Mati. But ultimately, they kind of got sucked down into a brawl. They needed to retain that high ground, I think. The push by Souls was well timed, but not well focused. and that, at least to my thinking, was their undoing in that game. They had a lot of low hit point tanks that they could have cleared, got an early gun and DPM advantage on, but they never really capitalized on that initial hit point deficit that they built by very effective trading against EG, which is no easy thing to do. So that is worth bearing in mind. Let's see what RNGesus gives me. An avatar, which is really annoying if it's an avatar that you don't have, because you have to click to get rid of the red dot. I don't know, not a fan. Anyway, happy days. Let's go and see when is the next matchup coming. Here we go. Who are they playing? Do we know yet? The game's finished pretty quickly. We've broken the game. 1:30. What's the time now? Okay, in 15 minutes or so. Let's see if any more scores have come through. No, BHP UN1 are still in play. Pink and CHRD going head to head. CHRD losing in the semis to Kana. Pink then losing, of course, to APA. That means we've got a APA Kana grand final. That makes perfect sense. Up here in Group 3, we're expecting Raid to be... Well, Raid currently playing into the finals. They beat Janice 2-0. Janice still waiting for their opponent. That means that FBI and L1T, effectively LXN, are still going head to head, probably pushing for a tiebreaker. In Group 2, there's the upset. Win. Who is next? Winsk is next. Beating R2K 2-0. R2K will not be happy about that at all. That makes them the first top 4 team, actually, to not go through to the finals of the Ascent Tournaments in 2019 in the run-up to the Twister Cup. That will put Kana, EG and Raid ahead at the moment on cups. Of course, everything will change with the layout of Thursday and Saturday tournaments, where there are more cups, to my understanding, up for grab. Like, not only not only more cups just because it's a more bigger tournament or another tournament, but more cups. Like, you get more cups for winning that than you do for winning one of these Monday, Tuesday tournaments, if that makes any sense. So that's the upset. Win beating R2K 2-0, not even going to the tiebreaker. First Alliance ESA still going toe-to-toe in Group 2 to decide who faces R2K in the playoff for third place and who versus Win in the grand finals. 1NV in Group 1, having lost against Loka, fairly fair, versus LVL Propel team. It must be IVI. I don't know. Versus the Repel team for the playoff for third place. That means that it is Loka and Navin going toe-to-toe for the top spot. And Loka undefeated so far. Kraken Esports, their second team, Kraken. 1NV. Navin, to be fair, losing a match against Czech Predators. They're a good team. Czech Predators are actually very active as a Clan Wars unit, so that's pretty fair. Interesting matchups coming. Before we get that final room invite to the Group 5 Grand Finals, EG versus whoever wins out of their opponents, let's stick on a replay. Who have we got here? And I'm just getting a message here from RG. There was a bug. RG was basically removed from the game client crashed, and he logged back in with the 215B in game whilst the tournament was still in progress. So yeah, that'll do it. Technical hang-ups like that. Thanks to the info, RG. Explains the 0 damage score. Certainly, and that will be a real spanner in the works for any tournament team fighting without the 7th man and giving the proverbial 8th man to the enemy team. So, where are those replays? here they are. Well, actually, let's see. Now, Medzi did fire over some replays, and it would be remiss of me not to chuck a couple of them in. Always got a T22. Let's see this one. Thank you very much for sending these over, Medzi. And this is Mega Man 3 from the Death 6 clan in his T22 Uncatchable. Beautiful tank. And looks like we're on the EU server. Not recognizing many names here. Certainly the teams are quite interesting. No one with a tremendous advantage either way. Mixed bag on both sides. Our man is the only true medium. Of course, there's Kraken from the WD clan, the T54E1, and it is a medium tank, but it is a medium tier 9 clipper. It's not in the same league as the T22 for the role that you want to be sending the T22 out to do. So actually, I would expect the red team to be playing more towards the medium flank. Certainly the Chieftain Mark 6 to 57, T54E1. Those tanks will enjoy more of the undulating terrain that you find on the medium flank. And the green team, well, E75, IS7. Ooh, 308 in through. Very nice narrow shot there. And the E100, E75 Yag Tiger, even the 704, they really enjoy the city environment. Although, that being said, the T95 Meva No.2 will be able to operate very effectively here. And our T22 pipping. Oh, there's an FP215B, and it does nasty things. Oh, 388 max roll. It does nasty things to the green. 183. Still 7 on 7. We're a minute and a half in. Asher Pro 360 goes down to the 70. No, to the Grill 15. T57 bouncing out. The Grill 15 getting some more fire. 183 down to less than 100 hit points. T57 looking to come in and mop up that 183. He does so, but he gets tracked on the corner. T22 picks up a reliable bounce. It's a 2-gun advantage. Another bounce. Will the Grill get bounced? No, the Grill will go in. But the 57 is shut down, and now the Grill is in trouble because the reverse numbers on the T22 mean that the Grill is in so much trouble, and there's high explosive in 475. The Grill, basically made out of wet paper, melts underneath the high explosive fire from the T22. Now it's T22 backed up by the tier 9 Yag Tiger and the E75 up against Chieftain Mark 6, T95, T54E1 and the IS8. T54E1 down to 9 hit points. Chieftain Mark 6 looking to get a shot in. No, looking the wrong way. Hurricane goes down. It's a 3-on-3. T22 pushing 4.5k damage on the board. Half his hit points, just under remaining. His teammates seem to be pulling their weight. They're looking quite healthy. Certainly, if they can keep the enemy busy, that means that he will be able to operate quite effectively, and his target priority going for that low hit point, relatively mobile IS8, gets it in through the rear drive wheel there, and now will assist his teammates by burning down the T95. How's the Mark 6 doing? Mark 6 is pretty healthy. Ooh, gets the gun down. Didn't think the T22 would have the gun depression to deal with it there. The E75 is getting some shots in. T95. Ooh, there's this Mark 6 coming in on the flank. T22 not able to find the mark, but fortunately shoot a Kang in the E75 gets rid of that problem, and that's very important. Now the Mark 6 up against 2 targets, 6k damage. The T22 just raining it in. 6.4. How is the E75 doing? The E75 not doing well. Now blocking his teammate's shot. Not really sure what the E75 was planning there. Should have tried to stay safe with low hit points. Now we've got a 502 hit point T22 up against a Chieftain Mark 6 with 900 and something in. That's a nice shot using the E75 carcass to full effect. That's another nice shot. He's got the DPM, pulls a shot out of Dr. No. Is it Dr. No 1? It is Dr. No 1. He's really working these angles well, forcing the Mark 6 into unfavorable positions, and he's really getting that gun down further than I thought it could go. Never No.2, Red T95, ... And sometimes that just be how it be. What a phenomenal performance. And Dr. No 1, no, it's not the EU server, because I can't actually, oh no, maybe it is. I don't know why we can't see his stats. Or his stats. Ah, it is not the EU server. This is not the EU server. I'm going to guess it is the American server. But look at that, 7.3k damage, 1700 base experience. It is a mastery at least. Thank God for that. Okay. And Wasio's asking what's up with the mic quality today. It is not sure at all, to be honest. Well, let's go and have a look now at the tournaments. Who's gone through? Yeah, Navin Loco, we knew that. ESA beating First Alliance. Big shout out to those guys. Mr. Turk, Eddie Bang Bang, former Legion player. Rockability, TD, True Concept, Ghost Deadly. 8 players in the roster. Beating First Alliance, going through to the finals. They'll be very happy with that performance. And it'll be, well, it's a tough call. 2 very evenly matched teams between ESA and Who Is Next. If Who Is Next, if Win are on form, I might expect them to take this, especially if they're buzzing after that win versus R2K. However, after beating R2K, complacency maybe their enemy. So Group 3, FBI versus Raid. FBI beating LXN, L1T, and Raid beating Janice. So that's your Group 3. Group 4, yeah, we knew that APA versus Connor, who are endgame playing BHBP. Is this a resurgence that we're seeing at BHBP? Well, they beat UN 1-2-1. There's the room invite. BHBP, we've had a look at this roster before. The names have not been up in the top level for a while. But certainly they're having pretty solid, consistent performances in the Twister Ascent tournaments. They made the top 4, I think, yesterday, and they've made the top 4. They're into the finals of their group today. It will be interesting to see how these kind of, obviously every team in the top 4 of the groups, and even the top 8 of these groups, are very, very good teams. It's going to be interesting to see how the ones that get the tickets perform in the best of 3 single elimination, that larger group, Thursday, Saturday. I actually get the feeling it'll just be one big group. and that will be, well, yeah, it will be one big group for sure. That will be very interesting, very brutal. It's going to really help us stratify the teams in terms of cups accrued, and the leaderboard should become very clear very quickly. So we're in EG versus BHBP. We're going into Alpenstadt. Now we've got Raphael saying Orca is his friend in real life. Kamal saying that Wargaming are making a new Tier X premium tank, the VK90, and he's saying that they ruined Tier 10 with premium tanks. I wouldn't say ruin. I'm actually quite a big fan of... I think now we're at a point... It used to be a lot of newer players would buy their way into Tier 10 without necessarily having the skills. Now we've got so many players grinding their way to Tier 10 blindly and too quickly they don't have the skills. It doesn't actually make a difference whether that player is in the T22 or an IS7. They still just burn out very, very quickly without really learning the game and becoming effective. To put it into context, I don't say this without due cause. I didn't play Tier 10 until I had 10,000 games under my belt, and even then I didn't play it much. I think I took the E100, the T110E5 and the M48 lines, and then maybe the IS7 or 140. I took those ones through to Tier 10 pretty quickly after I hit 10,000 battles, and then I worked through every tier in its entirety for the other lines until about a year and a half or 2 years ago when I unlocked all the Tier 10s, and now I'm just unlocking lines as they come along and I can be bothered to do that. So it's Tier 10 has changed. It used to be you wouldn't have any opponents at Tier 10, and then your opponents were all very good, and then your opponents were good but some noobs in premium tanks. Now it's Tier 10 is honestly, unless you're kind of sticking yourself in a good ratings battle, Tier 10 is one of the most kind of unpredictable metas in terms of player ability, because you could be up against 60, 70 something % winner players and the rest will be like low 40s. It is what it is. If you don't like it, play ratings. That's my philosophy, at least anyway. So let's jump on the strat sketch. We just saw a replay, a T22 replay on Alpenstadt, so the map should be fresh in our mind. I'm actually very interested. This map has been quite new in the professionals tournament earlier this year. Basically, the meta was let's have a brawl. Let's have a brawl here. Like 9 out of 10 games, the action would start and finish pretty much in these 4 grid cells. So I'll be keeping an eye on that to see if that happens again. Worth noting, there are lots of nice boost strats. I know that it's TDs. Teams are fans of putting TDs up here. That can work. I've also seen on the Russian server some replays getting some very interesting vehicles up on these plateaus. But certainly on the Russian server, in Clan Wars at least, the meta is very BC focused. Randoms on EU, it's all about A. Will be interesting to see how these teams square up. EG again going in as the favourites, but BHPP have dispatched a number of good opponents to get here, not least of all UN1, the team that they beat in the semi-finals. So they are feeling strong, feeling confident. We'll be looking to give EG a run for their money. Can EG continue to go on undefeated in terms of matches, best of 3s? We're ready, we're going in. Game time, let's do it. Let's get hydrated. And Kamal can thank you. I like the camo on the 1132. I'll put that one on in the garage afterwards. BHBP red team north spawn, EG blue team south spawn. BHBP Batchat Foch double IS4 IS7 mouse 113, EG double 215B double Foch SDB double T22, and looks like EG are being quite aggressive. They're taking the RG and EXVL going in towards B. Everyone else barreling into A. We said the meta was this kind of rush on the A flank. BHBP, they've used WoT 005 to spot up here. Some fire coming in early on, and the BHBP Batchat getting safe A, going quickly into the hands of EG. At the same time, it's Mr. Benya in the IS-4, expecting opponents here. They're nowhere near him. He's going to cap C very slowly. That's going to give EG a nice 30-point cap lead. Still less than one gun, bearing in mind, of course, a kill is worth plus 40 to your team, minus 40 to the enemy team. A kill's difference is therefore 80 cap points on the board. EG, if they lose a gun, they lose the cap lead at this point in time, but they do, however, have the inertia in their favor. They can just sit back, hold on to these positions, farm BHBP, and look at this, BHBP are teed up for farming. As long as EG don't overextend, don't get, don't start trading poorly, BHBP are tucked into 25% of the minimap. Have a look at the minimap down there. All the red tanks in a crescent formation around C, wide out on them. The blue tanks just having a field day. We've got EXVL and RG here working this flank together. They're backed up by Ventnom and Nico, the Foch 155s. Certainly EG will be hoping that BHBP push out this way. That would suit them down to the ground. That would mean that the T-22s would have the speed to be able to push in behind them, and the Foch 155s would be able to do nasty things to their opponents. Oh, Cammy's got a great camouflage on his Foch 155, and he's got 2 shells in the chamber. Looks like BHBP are making the push into the T-22s. Certainly it's better to push into the medium elements, let the slow elements of EG have to do the counter push. But the T-22s have made the correct decision, and they've decided that they're having none of it. Romka and Orca now getting some cover fire, and that's the first real bit of damage coming in. BHBP taking some fire, hit points neck and neck, about 600 in the favor of EG. Cammy being aggressive, calling for the push to A, and he can do a lot of nasty things. He's got it. He's got Orca in his sights. Orca needs to get safe. Orca's going to take one here. No! Bounce! Romka with the return fire. And BHBP making a push for B. We've got Danny and Doriti on B. Just Chrissy pushing in as well. Nice little now. BHBP and EG looking much more evenly positioned. A line of blue tanks up against a line of red tanks. No real overlaps here, but just Chrissy in trouble. Uti with 2. We'll get another one into Ventnom. Nico's on the end of a drum reload. Danny will potentially finish off Ventnom. Nico doesn't quite land that. Cammy has gone down though. The Foch is down. Nico looking to put one hit in. Gets it, but he's not long for this world. RG and EXVL picking up Doriti. Orca takes down Panzer Hills. It's a nice gun advantage, nice cap advantage for the blue team. EG doing quite well, but they've got a lot of low hit point tanks. Orca, RG all struggling. Nico's got 2 in the chamber, looking to get another hit into Chrissy. Chrissy pushes past. 500 ram damage for the Batchat. EXVL looking for just Chrissy. Gets it. Nico takes one. Uti finishes him off. It's a 3-on-4. EG are by no means out of the woods yet. Crazy Danny coming in. The Batchat looking strong. Shock in the T-22. Looking very strong, the Batchat. And Shock finally gets his head on the swivel. The Batchat shut down. That's key. And yes, EG have this locked in. Danny and Benya. Benya's down. Danny's last man standing. It'll be Shock here, surely with the kill. But not before Danny takes down Walker. And finally the meta has... Well, the brawl happened here. It didn't happen where we talked about it possibly happening. And that was close. The end score is pretty close. But actually, in terms of control of the battle flow, I felt fairly confident for EG there. So if we just have a quick look, well, look at this again. STBs, T-22s doing a lot of legwork there. The Foches for EG getting outplayed in the city. They kind of got rushed in each other's way a little bit. The Batchat came in, got the flank on Ventnom early on. Was quite a quick way to go. But they were a nice distraction piece. Let's ready up. We've got a minute to go. Bringing back up Strat Sketch. Let's have a little dissection of that. Now, I often talk about this, and I think it's really important for teams to bear in mind. Maybe you agree with this, maybe you don't, but certainly from the games that I've watched, typically when a team gets itself stuck in a corner with a cap deficit, it's the start of a bad time. And what we saw with BHBP, they had the IS-4, I think it was Benya, was capping C. They had really strong positions here, the Mouse, the other heavy tanks, and they basically dug in really well into the city. They weren't able to cap B, couldn't get the cap B, couldn't get the cap pressure. Took C 30 points after EG took A, and then their tanks were basically in this 25% of the map. And the EG tanks were all around them. And that means when you have that kind of crescent formation, when you have your opponents in a pocket and you've got 45 degrees of angle, like incoming fire, you can really deny them an effective defensive position. And that's what EG did. That forced BHBP to come out on unfavorable terms. Now, admittedly, they did have the back chat ready. They were doing a good job of spotting A, and their Foch 155 almost made a mess of the T-22s. But of course, very low profile. The Foch couldn't get his gun down properly. BHBP, it was a weak initial push. They managed to bring it back, but they were always on the back foot, always kind of chasing EG's tail for the lead. And EG just didn't give them the option to bring it back, although they almost did with the Foch 155s in the city around the B area. Great play by UT, great play by the back chat of BHBP, bringing his gun to bear, getting 3 off into the side of Ventnom with more or less. And here we are, Talk of the Devil with his diamond camouflage. Got a great looking tank. UT 005 for BHBP going into the soft cover here, getting some early spots on. The lineup for BHBP, more heavy tanks. Triple IS-4, IS-7, 113. Uti gets a shot, takes one in return, and he bounces. And it'll be Cami with the cover fire. A again, EG capping A. Cami blind firing, not able to get the reset. Are we seeing the same again? We are. Similarly, EXVL Nico playing the city. Obviously, it's not a pure mirror map here. EXVL is actually done on this ramp with much better fire support from his team on A. Doesn't have to really worry about people coming in under the river, flanking in behind him. Nico's wide. He's got a nice, really nice field of fire here. Very strong defensive position. He's got some soft cover and a little bit of hard cover kicking about. He can get some nice spots in, but it is going to be EXVL to deny the B cap, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Potentially. No, I think B is going into the hands of BHBP. Great play by Doriti. Now just Chrissy's coming in, and he's going to deny EXVL effective fire positions. But BHBP bleeding, and again, look at this. They're trapped in that pocket. They've got guns wrapping around them, and they're going to struggle. The EG tanks up in the front are hull down. The BHBP tanks have to really commit to engage them, and EXVL and Nico are doing a great job here. Just Chrissy's pins it, he can't focus on 2. Takes another one from Nico. EXVL smells blood, picks up the kill. Ronker in the STD1 rotating around to join them. BHBP making a counter push here, but they're pushing into Ventnom in the 268. And that's a new tank for EG on the Swarm. Orca and Chocolate backing him up, just ready to rotate where they're needed, isolating or insulating the 268. Potential push by BHBP. Shot is the cut target. Cami not able to connect. Cami getting the second shell into the chamber. Orca now looking to rotate around. He'll spot up Yuki. Yuki's gonna take one from Orca. 460, nice high explosive roll, and he gets shut down by Ventnom in the 268. Now Cami in trouble. Panzer Hills has gone down. EG are all over the BHBP team, and they're pushing in. Well, that Foch isn't long for this world. We've got a nice brawl happening in the city here. It's Romka and Nico, and they're going up against Mr. Benya. Mr. Benya, he'll take 1, he'll take 2, he's down. And it's a 7-on-2. EG looking very dominant. Shock looking for the rear armor of Cami. Ventnom in the 268 lays out a huge hit. Last man standing is Doriti Orca in the T22. And that is a brutal game. And like we said, getting stuck. Getting stuck there in that in that pocket. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Really not ideal. And EG giving no quarter didn't give their opponents anything to work with. And BHBP sent scurrying with their tails between their legs, and that is a beating and a half. EG looking very, very dominant this evening. Great to see. Of course, this is in isolation. The Monday, Tuesdays tournaments, we're not seeing Karna, Raid, R2K, EG in the same groups. We will see them in the same group on Thursday and Saturday, and that is where we're going to see what the true state of the current clan scene is, who's really on top at the moment. We're seeing them in isolation dominate their peers. Apart from R2K losing to Win, that's interesting to note, but it's just once, it's just an upset potentially. It might not be an omen of of things to come, but certainly these Monday, Tuesday tournaments, we're just seeing things in isolation. Thursday, Saturday, that's where it's at. And on that note, on the topic of Thursday, Saturday, there are no streams tomorrow, Wednesday, no tournament streams. The players and the streamers, we get a nice little break of one day. But I will be back on Thursday. The first stream will be 1 p.m. CEST. That will be the Asia server region. I'm going to be following the Feast clan. Then we've got 8 p.m. Central European Summertime. I'm following EG again. This is the ticketed Thursday tournaments. And at 3 a.m. that same evening, basically Friday morning, Central European Summertime, I'll be following Rain on the North American server. So Thursday this week, we'll have a good time. It's going to be a good series of streams. I'm really sorry about the audio quality on the stream. I'm going to play it back, see what's what, and hopefully we'll have that fixed by Thursday. Thank you for bearing with me, and I look forward to seeing all of you very, very soon. Kind reminder, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, but more importantly, join me on the Discord server. The link to that is in the video description below, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. But actually, before we go, mainly because I also want to know, do we have any information? Loka beating Navin, going 2-0, very quick, very effective. Who is next? Beating ESA, they'll be happier about ESA. Might not be feeling too bad, noting that Win put R2K out. Of course, they'd like to win, but alas, not to be. This is an interesting result. Still in progress. Keep an eye on that. We expect Raid to win. Karna, we expect to beat an APA. They have 2-0. And we know the result of Group 5. So, happy days. Thank you for tuning in. See you Thursday. Bye for now, guys. Ciao. And that's a big hit right there.
bitch, I'm rich.